So I saw this lovely quote on Facebook the other day from a woman named Diana Bass. Someone was quoting her, and she wrote a beautiful book, which I'll put in the description. But this is the quote: "I'm so weary of the call out culture. We need a call forth culture instead. Calling forth the best in people. Calling forth compassion, gratitude, empathy. Calling forth justice. Calling forth beauty, goodness, wonder. Calling forth courage." You know, I'm impressed by Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend King's approach. I'm sure that he must have been angry deep in his core, the kind of anger that gives you strength and causes you to make change. However, I've read his autobiography, or he didn't write one from beginning to end, but he wrote so much material that a Mr. Claiborne, I think, put one together. And he did not operate from anger. He operated from love. He was very definite. The things that he said in his speeches and when he talked to people, his ideas, he brooked no compromise. He said, "This is over. We're not doing this. We're not taking a step back. We're not going back to our old ideas, our old ways." He did not brook any backwardness or compromise, but he wasn't angry. He was always reconciling, and he was always believing, and he kept holding to the nonviolent principle. He would not ever think of, oh, here might be a reason to be violent or to be even rude. He was not a rude person either. And I think a lot of times in our culture today, we're seeing problems, but we do not approach those problems with reconciliation. We approach those problems with enmity. And yes, it is high time that some of the ways of living in our society were over. Like, this shouldn't be happening anymore. I mean, we can agree on what the pains are. Well, maybe we can't. I don't know. But I don't know that condemnation and outrage and offense is the way that is going to actually change anything. And we wouldn't know because we've barely tried. Have we ever tried to believe in the best in people, even if they're not maybe displaying it right at the moment? Like, for just 1 second say, "You must be terrified. No wonder you're acting this way. You must be terrified. You must be passionate about what you believe. You must want what's best for your family." You know, maybe you believe they're going about it wrong, but maybe to trust that they might be coming from a place where you could possibly understand the tiniest bit. And there may be still some times when we have to be very sharp and definite, but maybe only until we've done the part where we call forth first. Try to call forth that justice out of people. Try to call for the best of them. What are some of her other ones? Call forth beauty, goodness, wonder. And see what it does. We've never tried it in this day and age, it seems like. I don't want to say never, because there are a lot of people who do. But, and then see what happens. See if there's anybody left over that can't hear that call. So it's not to ignore the problems that there are. We need to have very clear eyes to know what is being harmful that's being done in our society. And we need to become as uncompromising about it as we possibly can in our own sphere, what is actually in our sphere. And it's kind of funny because we have a Facebook rant culture, and I love a good Facebook rant, although I do try to not do them as well. But in the end, does that do anything? I don't know. Maybe it does, because words are powerful. But if you feel like you have something to say, what is the highest way I can say this? An uncompromising way, but a way that calls forth instead of calls out. I don't know. Try it. And read how Reverend King talked. He's my example on that. I don't know who matched him. I'm sure there are some. I need to read more. Anyway, think about that. We'll see you.